Caleb with Brownells here, and in today's quick tip, I'm going to be showing you how to install Geissele triggers. Regardless of which Geissele AR trigger you have, this process is pretty much exactly the same for all of them. Alright, so the receiver we're installing this in is a BRN 180 receiver, but this process is exactly the same regardless of which AR receiver you're using. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, we got our brand new Geissele SSA-E here. We'll just tear the bag off, get that staple out the way. Alright, and you got your instructions here. Make sure you read these, and we'll just dump this bag out on the table. Alright, get your paper aside. Alright, so what it comes with is going to be the actual trigger itself, and your disconnector, which is this piece up here that pivots if you press it. It comes with your pin installed through that, right? And then the spring's already installed as well, so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, and then the hammer comes with the spring installed as well. You got a pin, you have a pin going through that as well. So what we need to do right now is remove these pins. So starting with the hammer, if you just push it there, and we'll just use a punch to help us out a bit. We'll just press that on out. Alright, take out that pin. Now for the trigger pin, if you notice in the bag, it came with this stainless steel pin right here. We're going to use this to capture that disconnector. So what you're going to do is just push this straight through. And then make sure that the pin you replaced it with isn't protruding from one side or the other. It should be nice and flush. Alright, now our hammer pin and trigger pin are exactly the same. Doesn't matter which one goes where. Alright, we're going to start by installing the actual trigger itself. Okay, I will note here that if you already have a grip and safety installed, you may need to remove the actual safety to give yourself some room for this trigger to drop in. Alright, and if you're not familiar with how to do that, check out the videos on our build series that are on our website. It'll tell you how to move all that stuff around. But for now, let's just focus on this trigger. Alright, so we're just going to drop it straight in. As you drop it in, the legs on these springs are going to bend upward. Alright, so we'll drop it. It should go through the receiver, and you should be able to push it down and it'll spring back up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take one of these pins. Now if you notice, there's a groove on one side of the pin, and then there's a groove directly in the center. You can install this either way, but if you install it with the flat end, the non-grooved end first, you're going to save yourself a lot of trouble there, especially whenever you get to the hammer. For this part, it's not that big of a deal, and I'll show you why. Alright, so we'll just install this, pressing that in, and you'll need to pull down on this trigger shoe here to get your pin lined up. Alright, so you shouldn't need to use a hammer for this. You should be able to just press everything in by hand. If you may have to wiggle that trigger just a little bit to get everything moving. Alright, there we go. Snapped into place. And then the stainless steel pin came out the other side. You don't need that anymore. That's all you use that for. Alright, now we can go ahead and install the hammer. Alright, so the legs of the hammer, so these legs right here, let me pull this off so I can show you. They're going to lay on top of the trigger pin. And then whenever you place them on top of that trigger pin, we're going to push that hammer. Oh, let me get it here. So on top of the trigger pin, we're going to push that hammer down until those holes line up. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what that looks like in real time here. So what you're going to, and also what you need to make sure, this is the incorrect orientation of your hammer spring. Alright, you want to make sure the front of the spring is on the back of the hammer. Alright, let's place it in. And then this is where it's really important to use the smooth end of this pin here. Because if you use the end with the cut in it, what you're going to do is you're going to have to fight it twice, because there's a retainer in the middle of this hammer that's going to want to lock into that groove. And you don't want it to lock in until you need it to, because it just makes the process harder. Alright, let's push it down, line up those pinholes. I'm just kind of guessing here because I can't see. Alright, there we go. And now it's pushing up against that retainer. So at this point, I'll take the biggest punch I have, so I have a lot of surface area to work with here, and I'll just push it. Alright, I'm going to be kind of blocking the camera here, but all I'm doing is applying pressure to that pin while I'm wiggling that hammer a little bit. Alright, and I felt it go through. So now we need to get it all the way through the other side. So I'm just going to push. Alright, so now I can look and see that the pin is hitting the other side of the receiver. So I'll show you here. You should be able to see in that hole right there that it's not perfectly lined up. So all we need to do is push on the hammer a little bit to get that pin position. You should be able to see it moving there. Alright, so all I'm going to do, I'll turn this so you guys can see. Alright. I'm just going to push from the opposite side. And there it goes. Now it's in place. Alright, so at this point you can reinstall your safety and your grip. And from here, you just do a function check. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cock it, make sure it cocks. It does. Then with my thumb over it, I'm going to pull the trigger and it should release. And then once you have your safety installed, make sure your safety works by turning it on and making sure the hammer doesn't fall. Alright, and if you notice, it also came with some ALG Go Juice. So all you need to do with this, cut it open. And this will go on the engagement surfaces. So what I'll do is I'll put a little bit on the back of this hammer here, on the underside, and then I'll drop some down there where that sear is. So if you notice, the hammer and trigger are black, but all the engagement surfaces are still silver. They don't have finish on them. So just put a little bit of grease on all those surfaces and work it a few times. And that's all there is to it. That is how you install a Geissele trigger in an AR-15. If you have any questions or comments and you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to post them down below, or any other tips or anything like that, just throw them down there. If you're watching this on the website, I'll try and link all the products, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on the tech line. We'd be happy to help you out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.